And the Democratic mayor of Eagle Pass, Texas, says migrants are overrunning his city. This as Texas Governor Greg Abbott holds the line at Shelby Park, where the Biden administration wants to cut through razor wire placed by state authorities. That's a controversy that's ongoing. Matt Finn is there in Eagle Pass with more from the mayor. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Dana. This morning, the state of Texas is banning Biden's border agents from Shelby Park, where I'm standing. And this showdown is happening in the city of Eagle Pass. I caught up with the Democratic mayor and a Democratic councilwoman who say their own town has been overrun by illegal immigration for years. And they both have joined a chorus of leaders down in this region who say they feel abandoned by the Biden administration and are urging both sides to work together to find a solution.
Because yes, we need to stop it from happening the way it's happening. It's not humanly right, but at the same time, they're on their right to defend and stop it somehow. Because I mean, come on, 8 million people crossing in the last 3 years. I mean, 3 years. It's just getting out of hand.
The crisis in Texas is about to affect the entire nation at this point, and it looks like not much can be done about it. Now, if you guys recall, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, he met with President Joe Biden early last year to provide suggestions as to how they can actually help limit the number of people who are coming in illegally into the United States. Well, guys, since last year, we've seen a significant influx of people coming into the country from other countries like India, China, Brazil, and of course, Mexico. Some experts, though, are worried that this could spread out even more, possibly affecting other states like California, Washington, New Jersey, just to name a few. But let's go and jog the memories back to January last year when this happened.
Joe Biden came to Texas Sunday for his first border trip since taking office. He met his biggest border critic, Governor Greg Abbott, on the tarmac, who gave him a letter with 5 suggestions on controlling immigration.
If he does that, he will make enormous strides in securing our border and eliminating the illegal immigration so they can get back to the pathway of dealing with legal immigration.
Abbott has said Texas National Guard members have helped control the border, but he's repeatedly called it open, as Biden has tried to discourage migrants from coming to the U.S.
Do not just show up at the border. Stay where you are and apply legally from there.
Sunday, Abbott said Biden told him he wants to work together on managing the 2,000-mile-long border.
Now I provided him a letter that provides tangible, concrete solutions that will stop illegal immigration.
These solutions, as far as we're concerned, has not been followed by the Biden administration. This has some analysts asking, why does it feel like the federal government's actually working against Texas instead of working with Texas, right? And this continues to raise concerns in the state, especially as the federal government continues to change how things work over there, something that has been pushed back by the local government in Texas.
Texas is doubling down on its efforts at the U.S.-Mexico border. The state is defying federal demands to allow Border Patrol into a public park in Eagle Pass. National Guard soldiers are fortifying the park with armed vehicles, fencing, and razor wire. This is the razor wire at the center of an intensifying political feud between the state of Texas and the Biden administration. Texas argues that this is repelling migrants from crossing into the country illegally, but the Biden administration says that it is preventing Border Patrol from doing their jobs.
The standoff now seems to be becoming more of a political issue, with Republicans backing Governor Abbott.
Almost all of the Republican governors are rallying behind Abbott in his border showdown. 25 Republican governors signed a letter supporting Abbott and affirming that the state has the constitutional right to defend itself, including adding more razor wire along the Rio Grande to secure the border.
As expected, the majority of Republicans support Texas. However, it's important to note just how this can affect Democratic states as well. I mean, look at this, guys. One of the reasons that some migrants have provided as they enter the country is that they want to find good paying jobs right here in America. And as you guys can see here, there are some gaps in which they can come into California, one of the states with the highest minimum wage average in the entire country. Now, granted, it's also a very expensive state to live in. But as you're going to see in a second, it doesn't matter as much because people are still coming in droves.
Shocking new video shows 2 large SUVs dropping off dozens of illegal migrants at the border in Jacumba, California. The group appearing to be mostly adult males, made up of people from China, Turkey, Brazil, and India. Customs and Border Patrol sources say that they were nearly 1,100 illegal crossings in the San Diego sector on Sunday, 97 Chinese nationals and 91 Turkish nationals.
Now, it wasn't mentioned, but it was shown that out of the 1,100,850 of them were single adults, which has a lot of analysts questioning as to why they're entering the country. More importantly is that they're military-aged men, as we've seen in the past. Because I remember raising this concern to you guys before, and it seems as if it still hasn't been addressed at all. Now, there are others who are saying that in order to fix this problem, well, all we need to do is give the president full control. Now, this opinion piece says that Abbott is in the wrong, and by denying the federal government access to parts of the border, he's denying the present administration in its supposed efforts to keep the border in control. But what do you guys think on that? The Biden administration on its end, though, is claiming that he just needs one thing from Republicans, and that is the bill that's being discussed right now, which also includes funding for the Ukraine. So here's what the president had to say about it and what it would mean if this bipartisan bill was passed.
It also give me, as president, the emergency authority to shut down the border until it could get back under control. If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. A bipartisan bill would be good for America and help fix our broken immigration system and allow speedy access for those who deserve to be here. And Congress needs to get it done.
There you go. If it was up to the president, he'd get this bill signed, sealed, delivered, and shut the borders. But critics are saying that this is kind of similar to what Texas wanted right at the beginning, and they've warned about it for some time now. However, they feel as if their warnings fell on deaf ears. And this is probably why more people are entering into the country. And it's not just through Texas anymore. This is not isolated to Texas like it used to be. They're actually coming in through other states that allow illegal immigrants and support their entry into the United States. That's why, like I shared with you guys a little while ago, some of these people are targeting to actually go into California because the perception is that they'll actually be accepted there no matter what. Texas, on the other hand, they're trying to push back. Check this out. So late last year, California, through their governor, Gavin Newsom, announced that they would welcome 2024 with a bang by providing free health care for illegal immigrants.
So how is this decision to extend coverage to illegal immigrants being received in the state?
You know, I think one of the biggest impacts here is this pull factor that migrants that cross the southern border and even the northern border, they tend to go to states that offer a lot of public resources like healthcare. So in this situation, one of the things that I think we will see is that more will come to states like California, especially because crossing the border there is a lot easier than, let's say, in places like Texas, where we're seeing the governor there crack down on illegal crossings and allow his state authorities to go after it. I think that that has a big impact, and maybe some of the traffic going through Texas will be pushed through California by the cartels, and then we'll see a further explosion in addition to the 700,000 illegal immigrants that are going to be added to the healthcare coverage.
This now raises the concern that this is going to be unstoppable. This influx of people will become an issue for many states, and it's not really clear if anything's actually going to be done to at least tone it down to a manageable level. But what do you guys think about all this? Do you see a solution being provided soon? Now, before I go, I just want to thank you guys for keeping yourselves informed. Thanks for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing and sharing the videos, and I'll see you on the next one.